So much dating advice is about strategy. If he texts me, how long should I wait to text him back? Should I say I love you first? Can I ask him if he's looking for commitment? As a dating coach for women, I'll be the first to admit, dating is a skill and there are some ways of conducting yourself that are more effective than others. At the same time, it's important to know that dating's not a chess match. Most men aren't playing games. And when you're with the right guy, you literally can't make a mistake. Stick around and I'll explain. I'm Marc, Katz, dating coach for smart, strong, successful women and your personal trainer for love. Welcome to the Love You podcast. Keep listening to discover how you can't do the wrong thing with the right guy. When we're done, I'll let you know how you could apply to Love You to create a passionate relationship that makes you feel safe, heard, and understood. When we're talking about what behaviors are considered effective, and effective is the metric we use. We never talk about right and wrong. It's always effective or ineffective. Is this helping me get what I want? Is this obstructing me from getting what I want? Also a gender-neutral statement. Lots of things men do are not very effective in helping you like them. I always think of the example of you going on a first date with a guy where you have a great time and he does everything perfectly and the night just breezes by, this hypothetical Friday night, and it ends in a kiss and he calls you the next day to say, I had an amazing time. When could I see you again? And you say, oh, how sweet. He called me the next day. I can't wait. And contrast that with the guy where the date was mediocre at best. Maybe it was a bad date. Maybe you wanted to get out of there earlier, but you stuck around. But that guy had fun, and he too called you the next day to say he had a great time and he wants to see you again. And just think about the difference in your reaction to the two guys. The former, oh my God, I'm so excited. The latter, who is this needy stalker who won't leave me alone? But their behavior after the date was the exact same behavior. He called you the next day to say, when can I see you again? And that destroys the whole concept of the 3-day rule where a guy has to play games and make you wait. The fact is, if you like him, he's thrilled that you called. You're thrilled that he called. If you don't like him, he can't do anything after the date to convince you, even if he acts like a perfect interested gentleman. And if we reverse this whole thing, which is so much of what dating coaching is reversing this and seeing this from the other side, doesn't it stand to reason that if you like a guy, it doesn't actually matter what you do if he's already sold on you? Yeah, it should. In good, healthy, effective dating, there are no games. They're not necessary. So in my Love You course, I've got an entire month. It's a 6-month curriculum. I've got an entire month on dating. Just dating. First month is confidence, then meeting men. Third month, dating. Second half of the course is on relationships, understanding men, relationships, and commitment. Dating is the period of time from after you meet a guy to when you decide if he's a boyfriend, and we talk about that. 1 week is on courtship. 1 week is on staying cool. 1 week is on becoming exclusive. 1 week is on being selective. And this is all focused on that limbo period when you're trying to figure out what do you have with a guy. And this entire material is showing you the skill set of how to play your cards the best. Because some people unintentionally self-sabotage. They don't understand what the opposite sex thinks. So I'm super, super proud of the material in Love You that I've cultivated over the years. At the same time, when I said this isn't a chess match, I meant it. You don't need to have a play calling chart written in your palm for everything that you do with a guy. If you have a good vibe from the guy and you have a great first date and it flows effortlessly and he quickly follows up and he follows up again, and soon he's making a colossal effort where he's calling you frequently, texting you frequently, making plans as soon as he's done, right? talking about the possibility of a future, hinting how much he likes you, maybe taking his profile down. He's ramping things up towards becoming your boyfriend. When a guy's doing that, you don't have to be so strategic. You don't have to be so canny. You don't have to be so careful. And all the rules about feminine energy and do nothing that I talk about and why he disappeared, they kind of go out the window. Because when a guy likes you, of course you could text him to say you're thinking of him. Of course you could email him an article that you made you think of him based on the date you had the other night. Of course you could say, hey, what are you up to this weekend? All right, I got a great idea for us. You don't have to be in this very passive receptive place. You can even pick up the check. You could offer him to come back to your place. You could take on a lot of those prototypically masculine driving roles. Why? Because he's already sold. All the stuff you're taught not to do, all that goes out the window when you already got a guy on the hook. You're safe. He likes you. You don't have to think so much. You don't have to be so anxious. You can just be. Just remember, the same way that when you really like a guy, he can kind of get away with murder. You can't do the wrong thing with the right guy. My name is Marc Katz. Thanks for tuning into the Love You podcast. For more episodes like this, click on the subscribe button, ring the bell, and choose all to ensure you get notified when new content comes out. If you're listening to the audio, please share an honest review on Apple. Good reviews make my day. Raise us in the algorithm. Let more women know about what we're doing here in Love You and on the Love You podcast, and ultimately end up creating more love in the world. And if you want to have an easy relationship that makes you feel safe, heard, and understood, look for the link below in YouTube, or go directly to www.evanmarckatz.com to watch the free video about how to gain confidence, attract quality men, and fix your broken man picker once and for all. When you're done, you could apply to Love You to join hundreds of other smart, strong, successful women from around the world in a coaching community where women like you actually, finally, really get the unconditional love you deserve. I'll see you there. Take care.